obviously going forward is important. It's almost setting the tone against the opposition, trying to tell them, send a message to them that it's not going to be an easy ride for them. And I think it's the same on behalf of the opposition. They probably want to set the tone and demonstrate us that they are in the game. It's like a pre-war battles, That first scrum is always important, that you have stability, clean ball, and that you go forward.
Who's reading the opposition scrum when they're on the park? I mean, everybody will be looking for some chink of weakness in the scrums as you go in. So how much of that is down to experience, knowing which weaknesses to exploit?
We study them, we analyse them. So we try and find the weak links in each and every front row player, the angles and things that people don't even think about. So the way the tight head sets up, what our loose head has to do against him, what our tight head has to do against the opposition loose head. It's a lot more technical and more complicated than what people think. It's not just a push and contest. It's technical, and it's also a push and contest.
I should have said first scrum, your scrum, first scrum, their scrum. You talked about stability for that first one, for you to give yourselves a good platform, but key principles when it's their scrum.
Key principle is their scrum is to put pressure, which means we go forward. We go forward. We put pressure through the bottom, and it's important not to have a clean ball for them, which means our back line has an advantage on putting pressure. So if we are pushing them backwards, it helps our back line. So it's even more important on opposition ball to really put pressure on them.
It's interesting when you've got, it must be interesting for you as a coach when you've got guys who've not played as a combination before, particularly in the front row. You think of Gordy and Scott.
Yeah.
How quickly, I mean, these guys are professional rugby players, they know how to adapt, but how quickly do they adapt and how quickly do they get a workable unit?
We do have our problems. I mean, Thursday's session was probably wasn't a very good session because of people just coming into the different roles and never played together. So we did have problems. We do have problems, and the important thing is to get through those problems by talking, analysing, and coming together, speaking about what we have to do as a unit. There's a lot of work to it, and not just physical work. There's a lot of technical work, a lot of talking to each other. This is what I prefer. This is what it's all finding a balance and coming down together. Really, a balance. That's the most important thing.
They say that patience is a virtue, so when you look at the lead up for the play to the penalty try,
yes,
the continual resets there, Scotland wanting the scrum, how happy were you with the fact that you got a payoff for those decisions?
What I liked about wasn't just the penalty try, what led to that penalty try. Boys wanted that penalty try. It was almost like, proving to themselves that they can do the job. Tenacious, the perseverance of because they were blowing. If you ask the players, it was hot, and there were a lot of scrums, and they were blowing. But they focused technically. Yes, we can be a lot better than that, but it's a start. So it's a mentality thing. What I liked about all the set of scrums were the passion that the boys had, and which is good, and I enjoyed that.
And it's amazing as well that goes through the whole team, and I know that's a simplistic thing to say, but the forwards take great pride in it, but the backs looking on.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
I think it picks up the whole team. It picks up the team. So it's an important role for the forwards. The set pieces are important. It's like when the backline players hit some really good tackles and take forward the ball. When the props get up and they see they're going forward, it's the same for the forwards when they see a back really dominating. So it's a vice versa thing. It helps.
Do you expect it to be radically different against Canada? From your perspective, you want to just keep doing the good things well, I presume?
Definitely, but I think we have a team that is slightly better than the USA, with all respect for USA. who has proven to everybody that they're a tough bunch of forwards. So we can't underestimate them. You know, they've got experienced front rowers. The loose head has been playing for a long time. The tight head is a tough boy, and I think they'll be coming for it. They can be coming for it.